Today's local and national news from Thailand via the fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And if you'd be kind enough to like and subscribe, here's a tip for you to get the very latest news from us every day. When you subscribe, click on the button that says All. And then every day you'll get an update straight from us.
It's becoming more and more likely that the new proposals for casinos in Thailand will not reduce the number of illegal gambling dens. This as latest plans not only include the intent to charge a 5,000 baht entry fee for Thais, but also that they would have to prove that they have assets in excess of 50 million baht, thus precluding all but the very rich. The reverse discrimination proposal is designed to avoid bringing misery on individuals and families, but according to others will simply see local nationals continue if they wish with group gambling away from the neon lights. The controversial plan to introduce casinos in Thailand has been on the books now for several years, after decades of refusal, and will likely be passed in some form by the current Shinawatra government based on similar rules in South Korea, where locals are also all but prohibited from entry. Mazda Motor Corporation is bucking the trend and investing more in its Thailand plants. 5 billion baht is to be invested in a plant dedicated to hybrid vehicles in the Rayong region. Good news for staff and also potential staff currently working in other plants, where employment levels are said to be dropping following global cuts. The Ministry of Labour is leading a clampdown on illegal immigrants working as teachers here without qualifications or registration, with all facing a 50,000 baht fine and deportation. A programme is likely to be set up examining teachers' claims of holding relevant degrees from genuine places of learning. Of key importance is the teaching of language correctly, an issue often seen here in Thailand, and the safety of students. Myanmar has bowed to Chinese pressure, promising to clamp down on the call centres there, most of which target Chinese nationals. This after talks between the Chinese Assistant Minister on Public Security and the Myanmar Deputy Prime Minister on Friday. Yesterday, authorities promised to return some 1,000 more foreigners rescued from call centres, where there's more and more likelihood that most had been press-ganged into working. In Trat province, to the south of our region, a 37-year-old police sergeant major has been removed from his position as authorities investigate just how he wrapped a police pickup around a telegraph pole and also why it was loaded down with contraband cigarettes. In a rush perhaps to reach his destination without being caught, the local cop had no chance to hide his ill-gotten gains as his injuries saw him hospitalised. 6,000 cigarette packs were recovered, all with indications that they'd been smuggled into Thailand. In Mae Hong Son province, locals are determined to see the removal of naughty tourists, particularly, according to them, errant Israelis, who've been recorded as regularly being rude and disrespectful. Determined not to become yet another Yobo hotspot, authorities too have increased investigations, especially after rudeness and threats to medics. In one case, the Israeli girlfriend of a Brazilian musician playing in a bar with other non-Thais has complained after he was arrested for working illegally and duly thrown in jail. He isn't the only one either, and all who behave badly there, at least, are facing swift deportation at their own expense. Reports have been confirmed that a Thai Airways jet bound for Singapore turned back to Bangkok on Sunday after aircrew noticed a crack in the pilot's screen. Deemed as a safety issue, as it would be by any pilot team, the plane circled back and landed safely, seeing all passengers removed in normal deboarding procedures and later given passage yesterday. As the Thai banking community mulls the issue on account issuance to foreigners applying for long-term stay here, as it actually precludes them from qualifying for annual extension of stay, having an account being a requirement, so it's likely that a compromise will be found within a short while. This, though, as the additional warning has been given that phone app management of accounts has changed slightly, with those changes going into effect by April. The new one account, one device rule will see only one phone allowed to access a particular account from internet banking, and the need to have multiple phones for those with more than one. Unclear is the current option to manage 2 or more accounts within the same bank from a single phone as many expats and Thais run multiple accounts for budgetary and savings reasons. This, as we're told, that a clampdown on large amount transactions will also go into effect, as is the case in most Western countries, requiring account holders, in some cases, to show proof of reason, such as property or car purchase. And in Suratani, when local dignitaries joined religious leaders, they waited in anticipation as a 6-hour salvage operation went into play to safely remove a partially buried artefact, believed to have been lost during the centuries that a temple stood before being abandoned 90 years ago. TV cameras filmed the careful removal of soil and plant around the statue, seeing it carefully raised amid gasps. This as onlookers realised that far from an ancient artefact, it was in fact a simple modern statue of an apprentice monk. Whilst it won't gain a hallowed position in any temple, it has created interest and will likely remain visible to the public after a good hosing down. And with the Met Office promising highs today of 31, dropping down to 27, sun shining through high clouds and the real feel of 35.
Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.